Right, I got what's in this box about a year ago, and it come in a kit form, and it was supposed to put it together, and it was supposed to be a good little model, but it never did work. I had it apart several times. I couldn't find the problem. In fact, I thought the problem was the valve block, and it'll all make sense in a minute when I show you what's in here. So anyway, I couldn't get it to work. Spoke to the manufacturer several times to find, to see if they had any solutions, and we didn't really get anywhere. So I put it on the shelf with the view of mending it when I had a bit more time. But it just so happens, one day it clicked in my head, it just so happens that I happen to know somebody who is extremely knowledgeable with steam powered stuff. Now, it's ironic because the problem had nothing to do with steam, it had nothing to do with anything. It was just literally a faulty part that I didn't notice, but this man did. The Tea and Biscuits. Yep, the Tea and Biscuits. Mr. Tea and Biscuits. There's not a lot that he's not able to repair, not able to mend. So I said to him, Mr. Tea and Biscuits, do you want to have a look at this little model steam engine for me? Because I got it as a kit, tried to put it together, I can't get it to work. I couldn't even get it to work if I fed it with air, let alone steam. So he said, alright, I'll have a look. No trouble. No trouble at all. So he did. And there's a link to his video in the description, because he made a whole video of it, and I tell you what, it's bloody good. Go and have a look. Go and have a look at his video. Go and have a look at his channel, because he's got some really interesting things on that channel. He's got real steam engines, little mini ones. He rides around on and everything. Really good. Anyway, once you've go and have a look at that, and then come back. Either that, watch this, and then go over there. He had a look, he mended it, and he sent it back. And it looks like he sent me a few other little things as well in the box. We've got a chassis plate for something. That's cool. What else we got in this box? I don't know if he's left anything else in here. We've got a spur gear. 47 tooth spur. We got one of those little boats, look. Pretty cool. We'll have a look at that in a little while. Anything else? Nope. Couple of little extra goodies in there. Thank you very much, Mr. Tea and Biscuits. Right, let's get on to this. So as I said, come as a kit. I put it together, I couldn't get it to work. Now the problem was, I suppose it's a connecting rod. I suppose that's what you could call it, a connecting rod. And so the problem was, we'll zoom in on it in a minute, but we'll run it up as well. That little connecting rod that connects the valve, that was the problem. Now it should be really silky smooth like it is now, but it never was. It was always quite stiff, and I could never, and I thought the problem was the valve itself. I had the valve apart several times, and I thought to myself, it's just got to be machined wrong. It's got to be the tolerances have got to be too small, and it's just binding together. Surely that's got to be the problem. But it wasn't. It was that connecting rod. So let's have a closer look at it. I've got some hot water here, and we'll fire it up and see how it runs. Come on. Right, we'll do it over. I don't want to do it on my rubber mat, just in case any heat kind of melts it or whatever. Now I haven't got any actual proper fuel for it, but I have got some barbecue lighter. So I've run similar ones to this on White Spirit and things like that. But I've got White Spirit, but I've got this barbecue. Oh, is there still water in it? No. I've got this barbecue stuff, so we'll use that. So let's pour a little bit of water in here until we can see it in the sight glass. I had to put two new sight glasses on it, by the way, because they kept cracking. So we've got that, and it had a new pressure gauge as well. This was last year before I sent it off to Mr. Tea and Biscuits. We want to make sure we leave enough room to build up steamage. It's just over halfway full now. I don't know if you can see that. Just over half. I think that should be enough. I want to make sure that we've got enough room to build up steamage, because you don't want to fill it up too much. Then again, at the same time, we don't want not enough, but that should be alright. I mean, it's not as if we're going to run out of water anyway, put it that way. Let's do this up. Now, over the years, I've had several steam models, and I really like them. And I've got another one, because Mr. Team Biscuit said to me, next time, give me more of a challenge. So I said, alright then, I will. So, we'll give him a challenge. Now, a lot of you are probably going to go, you shouldn't use this barbecue stuff in there, that ain't going to be right. Whatever. It's alright, don't worry about it. You know, it does work. There is a proper fuel for it, which I haven't got. So, I have noticed he's done up all the screws, because all these screws were loose, and the screws that hold that on, one was falling out because, well, I've had it apart so many times, things just were breaking, you know. You know the crack, Jack. Whoa, we're lit now. In it goes. Right. Let's see what we got. I wonder if he's left any oil in there. Now, I haven't got any steam oil. So, I literally just put 3 in 1. Probably going to be in trouble for that. Shouldn't do that. It's got to be steam oil. Well, I haven't got any. So, I use 3 in 1. Look, some oil is better than no oil, alright? I can get some steam oil in the future. Some oil is far better than no oil. Also like to oil up the little, just the little moving components around here. Look, just oil them up. Don't do no harm, does it? Because they do move. And at the rate of knots this thing goes, it, you know, could do with a bit of oil. So we'll let it build up a bit of pressure. Oh, I didn't check that valve actually. Is that open or closed? Well, that was open. Got a little bit of leakage around that valve there, but we'll see about that in a minute. We'll let it build up a bit of pressure and we'll see how it goes. I wonder if that's come loose. I wonder if that's come loose, Johnny boy. Wrong one again. What has that? Oh no, it's just stripped out. The exhaust bolts are stripped out, but that's alright. I originally got this to review. I was sent it by a company, just a company, to review, but because I never did review it, but you know, I can be honest, the screws, they're not that much good they're not good quality, the screws. I mean, the heads round off easily, and the threads do strip easily, and it is a little bit overpriced for what it is, if I'm honest. But yeah. Yeah, so this was meant to be like a proper kit review, but I think that moment's passed now with that company. Be back in a minute when it's built up pressure. Right, I think we're pressurising. the gauge is reading 2, what's that in? Kilograms per centimetre, which means nothing to me. Why can't it be in PSI? But anyway, let's get a pair of pliers, because that valve is going to be hot, and we can open up this little valve and then we can see it go. There we go. We can control the speed with that, look. I want to get something to put on the flywheel, and we should make it go the other way. Actually works really well. So the problem with the connecting rod, if that's even what it's called, was that it was bent, and it must have come that way out the factory. And I didn't realise I had that valve block there. I had that apart so many times, 4 or 5, maybe even 6 or 7 times, trying to work out what was wrong with it. I just thought that the valve wasn't machined right, but it turns out that it was that connecting rod that was bent. So what Mr. T and I won't tell you what Mr. T and Biscuits did. I'll let you go and watch his video. And I just had a text message from Mr. T and Biscuits, and he said that the video that he done mending this is his 2nd most watched ever video. So let's go and make it his best ever watched video. Let's go and blow that video right up and give him a right old surprise, shall we? I'm going to let this build up a little bit more steam. I don't think it's very good at holding steam, do you know what I mean? I don't know whether the boiler's too small or whatever, I don't know. But I would have thought that it would be able to hold enough steam to keep going, but it just sort of goes and then it's gone. And then it has to build up again. Could be my fault, could be anything. All you steam geeks, please comment. This is going to be the next challenge that I give Mr. T and Biscuits. We'll have a talk about that in a moment. One more go, and I reckon we'll call it a day for that. It's built up to 2 again, 2 kilograms per centimetre, whatever that is. I could just get a cloth. That valve gets really hot now. Here we go. It does use it. It could be that it doesn't get hot enough. I mean, the water's boiling in there. Maybe that barbecue fuel that I'm putting in it, maybe it's just not hot enough. Yeah, it's probably my fault. Maybe if I get some proper model steam engine fuel for it. I mean, that other thing over there, I used to just put wood chippings and methylated spirits in it, and that'd be great. But I haven't got any more of the liquid fuel. I don't know why they use liquid fuel these days. Wood chips and meths is the best way to go. But there we go. Yeah, I think that's it. We've run out of steam. Anyway, I'm going to have a little play around with that. So, this thing. So this was my cousin's. My cousin died before I was born. He was on a motorbike and he died. I think he was 18 or something years old. I'm not really that sure. I probably should know, but I don't. But anyway, when I was a kid, this was given to me. And I said, that's your cousin's. I used to play with it in the garden and it worked perfectly. It was brilliant. And you know, that was it. I used to play with it. I used to attach bits of string to the back here, and I'd put trailers behind it, and it'd chuff up and down the garden path, you know, because obviously it had a band there, and I used to steer it. Yeah, it was brilliant. And then something happened to it. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember. Maybe the band snapped or something happened to it. So it ended up being put away. It went in the garage. It went in the shed when I was a kid. And then it just kind of stayed there. And then as sort of like a teenager, or maybe 20s, I did get it out again and try to fire it up, but it'd gone too far and it didn't really work. So it's quite far gone. I mean, the firebox, yeah, it's not the best. The glass is, well, it's gone. I don't know where it's gone, but it's gone. The whistle's still there. The rest of the firebox is alright. Whether the boiler's any good, don't know. Various paint touch-ups underneath. I believe the boilers are brass, so probably no good. You never know, do you? But it used to be really, really good. I used to just put meths and wood chippings in it, and it would go for days. It was brilliant. Remembered TE1A. So, when Mr. T and Biscuits said to me, next time, give me a better challenge. More of a challenge. That one was easy. I'm not going to tell you what he done to mend that one. Go and watch his video to find out. But he said, that one was easy. I want more of a challenge. So I said, alright, I'll send you this. Now he's actually restored at least one of these. And he's done a video of it. Go and find that on his channel. So if my one comes out anywhere near as good as that, it'll be basically brand new, because he done an excellent, I couldn't believe it, how good of a job he'd done of it. So that's going to be going to Mr. T and Biscuits. So if you want to see, well, I'll tell you when it's all been done, but if you subscribe to his channel as well as this one, and then you'll see, we'll coincide together, and you'll see the restoration of this, hopefully, if he chooses to do it. He might reject it yet, but if he does choose to do it, you'll see the restoration of it, and then come back over here when I get it back, and you'll see me playing with it like I was when I was about 5 years old. Righto, you lot. I'm gonna have a little play around with this little, well, it's not, I was going to call it a steamboat then, but it's not, it's a candle boat. I've never actually used one of these. I've seen plenty of them knocking around, like on the internet and whatever, but I've never actually used one. Great bit of fun. But there we go. Little steam engine thing actually works now, which is great. So when I say I'm going to play around with it, I have to get another flywheel for it, but I want to get like some attachments to put on it. You can get all kinds of things, but what I would like to do is put like a little generator on it, maybe a car alternator, because I've seen people power car alternators and things with them, and that means that I'll be able to power things. Imagine it, just for fun, obviously. I don't know whether it would be able to keep up enough steam to have power for very long, because it doesn't really seem to have a lot of go at the moment, but that's probably down to me using the wrong fuel. But I can probably work that out. But imagine if I could get 12 volts out of it. That would be pretty fun. I could just power something interesting, couldn't I? I don't know, maybe I could charge a phone with it, or power a CB radio. That'd be fun. Take it out in the garden, set up an antenna and a CB, fire that thing up and power the CB with that, and have a chat with someone on steam power. That'd be brilliant. I'll catch you lot on the next one. Take care, you lot. All the best. Don't forget to go and have a look at Mr. T and Biscuits' channel and watch the videos. Don't take people for granted, and don't let other people take you for granted, because you're better than that. All the best. Take care.